The WNBA has a problem. Guys, there's ratings for a couple of these games that are eye-poppingly bad.
Kathy Engelbert, this is what happens when you don't protect your superstar.
We all knew Caitlin Clark's absence was going to hurt the WNBA, but now we're starting to see just how bad it really is. And those pay us what you owe us shirts? Let's be honest. They're aging like milk left out in the sun. The latest viewership numbers are in, and the drop-off isn't just big. It's catastrophic. But here's the thing. This goes way beyond a ratings dip. What's coming next is going to be even worse for Kathy Engelbert and the entire league. Because now we're getting new updates on Caitlin's recovery, and let's just say the story fans have been told so far isn't that.
Y'all cannot come out there with those shirts of pay us what you owe us and then do that in the All-Star game.
Players' t-shirts weren't the only statement at the All-Star game. We also got a live demonstration of exactly what the WNBA looks like without Caitlin Clark. And it wasn't pretty, but you wouldn't know it from the way the media covered it. Without Caitlin in the lineup, viewership plunged 36%. But ESPN ran a headline bragging about a triple-digit increase, conveniently comparing it to 2023, the year before Caitlin even set foot in the league. They really thought nobody would notice. Instead, it backfired. Classic Streisand effect. Their spin only made the crash more obvious.
Let's take a look right here. First time these two teams matched up this season. 2.7 million average views on ABC. Peaked with 3.1 million viewers. Up 115% versus last year's season average on ABC.
Even though Caitlin and the Fever took a big step forward in 2024 while the Sky were headed in the opposite direction, the WNBA still locked them in for 5 head-to-head matchups this season. The first one, an absolute ratings bonanza. Millions tuned in. But the moment Caitlin went down, the free fall began. From 2.7 million viewers in the opener to 1.9 million in.
1.31 million? We have officially regressed. We have went way backwards, which is slightly above the average national TV viewership for Fever games this year. But it also is the least watched of the 8 Chicago and Indiana games since 2024.
That's right, only 1.3 million viewers watched the latest Fever Sky game. And while that might look decent in isolation, in context, it's a disaster. That's 1.4 million fewer than their first meeting, a collapse of more than 50%. To put it in perspective, the preseason exhibition where the Fever faced the Brazilian national team also drew 1.3 million viewers. And here's the real kicker.
The WNBA has a problem. Because it seems with Caitlin Clark out, not only are the Indiana Fever games losing their steam, not only is the marquee matchup against the Chicago Sky losing its steam, that's the marquee matchup this league has to offer casual fans. You go up to anybody in the streets, name 2 WNBA players. One is always going to be Caitlin Clark, and the second is usually going to be Angel Reese. Maybe you'll get a Sabrina, maybe. But usually it's going to be those 2.
Now sure, for the Fever, these matchups with the struggling Sky have been a godsend. They've padded the win column and put Indiana in a much better spot for the playoffs. But beyond that, the reality is impossible to ignore. The casual fans, the millions who tuned in just for Caitlin Clark, are checking out until she's back. And that raises a question the league probably doesn't want it.
1.4 million people checked out. That's not a trend that the WNBA is excited about. That's a trend that Kathy Engelbert would say, hey, Fever, hey, Lynn Dunn, hey, Kelly, hey, Amber, can you guys start dangling that Caitlin Clark return like you used to do? You know, before Caitlin Clark gave a statement and you guys were hands off. Can you guys, just string them along a little bit more? We want to get these ratings back up.
Lately, we've seen Game Time Decision next to Caitlin's name, only for Stephanie White to admit she's not even doing full practices yet. I'll get to her actual status in a second, but think about what that does. It plants just enough doubt to keep fans hoping she'll suit up. Because if people knew for sure Caitlin was out, plenty would dump their tickets or cancel tea.
Sun vs. Aces Sunday, 180,000 views. Dream vs. Mercury Sunday, 160,000 views. Now, if the growth is as substantial as the ladies in the Players Association want you to believe, if the growth is as big as the ladies in the WNBA Players Association want you to believe, as the old guard wants you to believe, these 180s, these 160s would be at least 300,000. At least 300,000 on NBA TV, right?